Hey, 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 it's Tia, baby. And I am back with another video. So this is a part 2 of the latest video that I did in reference to Selena allegedly is coming out with, well, her family is coming out with album. No, I think that was the video before last. I'm not sure. There's so many of them. I can't keep track. But apparently, there's 2 albums that are coming out, and the supportive have brought that to my attention. So I had looked up I Googled it and looked up the article. So I'm going to read briefly. Well, I'm going to read the article, and then I'm going to give my opinion or thoughts about it. So it says Tejano icon Selena will drop 2 new albums featuring unreleased music. It will be a mix of ballads, cumbias, and traditional Tejano music, according to her father, Dictator. So the 2 new albums from Tejano icon Selena are on the way, according to her father, the Dictator. The first project will include 13 songs, which I did state in the other video because that's what he said in that interview. Completely new arrangements by ABCDFG, Selena's brother and musical partner. It will be a mix of ballads and cumbias, including 1 song recorded when she was 13 years old. Dictator expects it to be released next month, so in April. 26 years later, Selena is very present in today's music world, Dictator told Latin Groove News. He said Selena will sound as she did right before she passed away, thanks to studio technology. And I think somebody, or a supporter, said in the comments, AI, I think that's artificial intelligence. Correct me if I'm wrong. The album will be released through Warner Music. Dictator also said a second album featuring more straightforward Tejano songs is on the way. He assembled the track list from a catalog of 50 Selena songs he currently owns through Q Productions. So I guess with the second album, he will be releasing only strictly Tejano songs that she never released. And so that will be, it will come off as if it was a brand new album, because no one has heard of these songs. Only, I guess, those that were working on the album, like her family and people outside of her family that was working on the album. So they will probably, they have heard the songs, of course, but, so before I read on, my thoughts is, okay, so these Tejano songs that are going to be released on the second album, will the band get its royalties? Because remember, this man, wait, let me read on, hold on. Wait, not read on, but let me go back. Okay, well, no. So, because remember in, last year sometime or the year before, Dictator was allegedly bashing, throwing people, shade that was in the band and on social media, and, making them feel like they were nothing, or like they will be nothing without Selena, without him, and stuff like that. The way he was coming off, on Facebook, or what, I think I saw it on Facebook. But I just want to know, and I could be mistaken, but knowing him, he may try to use ABCDFG to, tweak up those cumbia songs. I mean, not cumbia songs, Tejano songs. I guess the ones that Los Dinos had played in the background may tweak it to where as though it's not exactly how it sounded when she first recorded it, because otherwise they won't have any royalties. But if they were owned through Q Productions, more than likely they ain't gonna get anything, because literally it says he currently owns through Q Productions. So that means he will get the royalties. He will get the money because they were owned under his management. So now I'm not saying that they won't get nothing. They may get a little bit of something, but he made sure that he was tapping into those songs that he owned. Because you don't see that he included in any of the songs, in any of the albums, he included any of the songs that other people produced for her, went like the ones that was on her English album, like I Can Fall in Love, Dreaming of You, Captive Heart, what else? I'm Getting Used to You. Like, those songs are not produced under his management. They are produced by other people outside of their little clique. So if he released any of those songs, he would definitely not get any of the piece of the pie, unless, you know, ABCDFG tweak up the songs, which he has done in the past, with like I Can Fall in Love. He has changed the melody of the song, and changed it more into like a Latin feel to it. I think I heard one of them, or he'll change. I know one. I Can Fall in Love. He said something like he had spoken words in the beginning of the song, and then he played the song, and then he like added something else towards the end. So, and he also, it was some type of Latin beat to it. So I don't know if he had to pay extra to those that produced that song and made the musical arrangements. He may have to pay extra for that so he can have license to, you know, tweak the song up or change the melody of it, because he didn't own that song, nor did he write that song. So I'm sure he had to get permission from, you know, the people that produced it, that arranged it, so he can, you know, tweak it up. So yeah, I don't know the logistics of that. I don't know the laws, the contracts. I'm not into laws and clauses and any of that sort. So, but I will assume if you have not created that specific artwork or that specific song, that you have to seek permission, and usually it costs. So yeah. So let's continue to read on. He says it sounds incredible and was inspired to do it by fans who have been asking for more 80s era Tejano. Oh, well then that answers my question. 80s era Tejano from Selena. So that means that Chris was not in the video, in the band in the 80s. He didn't come into the, well, did he? I think he came into the band in like 89 or something like that. I could be wrong. I think he came around 88, 89. Because early 80s, it was ABCDFG, Susie Q. It was somebody else in the band. And then I don't even know if the other, I gotta look at the pictures, and I'll post up a pictures of Los Dinos in the 80s, early 80s, to see if any of the Los Dinos from the 90s were in that band. But I know for a fact Chris wasn't in it. He was in another Tejano band, but I think he came along with them in the late 80s, early 90s. I think like late 80s, like 88, 89. But I'm sure because of him, because of who he is, I'm sure he's not going to pick songs that Chris was in. Because then, you know, because he has like I said, he has some animosity towards this man for some reason. I don't know. But Of course. Now that explains it. Okay. So then he said he hasn't decided if he will release it himself or partner with Warner Music. The last album of Selena material was the soundtrack for Selena, the series on Netflix. I didn't know he did. Okay. I didn't know they did an album for the series. But any way to make money. It features songs from throughout her career. Kat Von D recently released a synthwave cover of Selena's Photos y Recuerdos. I need to see that. The Selena movie starring Jennifer Lopez will return to theaters April 7th for a 25th anniversary screening. And I also did a video about that and my opinion about that, my feelings towards that. And they were mixed feelings. It was, so I think that's the end. Yeah, that's the end of the article. So it was a pretty short article. But I already gave my feelings towards that. It's mixed feelings. I feel as though if people want to see it in theaters, they can. I really feel like it's a waste of money because they play it often on TV if you have cable, or, you know, you can see it. You know, YouTube even plays movies. You can buy it, rent it for like $5 on on your TV. If you have like a big screen TV and have like a sound bar, it will be like you at the movies. So why spend $15 on a movie ticket and then spend additional money to buy, you know, snacks either at the concession stand or at Target or Walmart when you can, you know, spend half of that at home and watch it with your family and all of that, and risk and not risk spreading things to other people. I'm just saying, because it just makes no sense. But then I can understand that you want that feel as if it just was released and you want to, you know, relive that moment. And that's why I said, do what you want to do. At the end of the day, it's what it makes you happy. If you want to go and spend $15 or more to buy a movie ticket to go see a movie that's been out for 25 plus years, go right ahead. I will take the cheaper route and I have the movie on DVD. But if I don't want to pop it in a DVD player, because not everybody have DVD players anymore, I would just rent it off on the TV for $5 or so, and watch it on my TV with my sound bar and spike up the volume. It will sound just like it would be if you were in the movie theater. Spend less money on food when I can just make my own food, or if I do want to buy something, I will, because I won't be spending as much as I would if I was at the movies. But like I said, to each his own. And that's why I said it doesn't matter if you want to see it at the movies or not. Just as long as you see the movie, it's fine, whatever. But I just felt like that family just want to just find something in the back of their minds to make money. Because I just don't feel like what is the purpose of re-releasing it when it's all over the TV, the streaming, and the DVD. You can just pick it up at Target or Walmart or FYE, because they still have FYE in certain, you know, parts of the U.S., and buy the daggone DVD or Blu-ray. But if you want to spend that type of money, go right ahead, hot shot. But yeah, so basically that's what's consists of the albums that's coming out in April. So yeah, it's pretty much it in a nutshell. So if you want to buy it, cool. My question is about the movie thing. I just want to know if the cast will be paid for this re-release, because somebody in the comments saying that they signed a clause where they won't get paid. Now I don't know the logistics of that as well, and I will do a video about that when I research it next week. I will do a video on if and how that works. Like, if a movie, if actors did a movie and it be re-released, or every time they show it on TV or whatever, how do they get paid, and how much they get paid? Now, I know in TV shows they still get royalty checks. Like, when Fresh Prince, they still do reruns, Martin and all of that. They still get some type of royalty checks because they are still playing those syndicated shows. They may not get as much as they did when they first released on TV, but they still get something. So I want to know if that still applies to movies. So I will research that and see, and then I'll do a video on my thoughts on that. I also heard allegedly that the guy that played ABCDFG in the movie Selena, Jacob Vargas, that he said that his royalty check was 10 cents. I don't know if that's true. I couldn't find it, but it was allegedly that the actor posted that somewhere. I'm assuming on his social media about that, but I'll check out his social media and see if it's on there, and then I'll also include that in the story. In the video, in the next video. Just remind me, shoot me a comment if you follow me on Instagram, or not comment, but DM me a reminder to do that type of video, because I will forget, because I have a lot of things going on, in terms of work and all of that. So just remind me. But that's the plan for next week. So, like I said, my opinion or my thoughts on the 2 new albums, same old, same old. I'm not shocked. Anything to make money these days. I'm not shocked. They've been making albums of Selena albums for decades after she passed. So it's no different from now. It's gonna always be that way. Period. So anything I can look at it under positive light as well. This will bring more fans that's of a new generation to knowing who she was and be new fans of her. So I'm gonna look at it on the positive light of it and not on the negative light of it on their behalf. That's something they gotta deal with, behind closed doors, or once all this is over. But I'm going to look at it on the positive stance. This brings more fans to knowing and liking Selena. And hopefully they will give their own opinion of them, but separate them from Selena. And and even though the music will get them to know who she was, but I will hope that it will encourage them to put the family aside and they do their research and read up on the Selena that's aside from her family, so they can know what type of, genuine person she was, so that's what I hope, and that's what I believe in. So yeah, I will get back with you with a new video next week in reference to the Selena movie. Peace.